I am here today with Julie Valbuena, and she helps women overcome the stress of divorce. Now, Julie, I know that, that can be a very stressful time for women. And I know exercising is great for them because it releases endorphins and keeps them happy. At the same time, there's certain forms of exercise that can wire up your nervous system and really aggravate it. So what would you recommend? And women are very busy. What would you recommend if they had 20 minutes? What is it that they should do so they can release endorphins, not aggravate their nervous system, and really get grounded?
Yes, certainly, Nidhi. This is something I see very much. The first goal, when you're harboring so much anxiety and stress and fear, one of the most important things you can do is break that pattern by introducing new patterns of movement. But like you said, some of these exercises, if you get more into like the high intensity interval training or like running, sprinting, lifting weights, while you will get an endorphin rush, it can keep you wired and later on kind of like short circuit your brain into releasing more anxiety. So with my yoga background, I am a firm believer that yoga can cure just about anything. So a 20-minute grounding yoga practice will help you connect with the breath, become present, which is imperative in dealing with anxiety, because when you are able to harbor presence within anxiety, you're able to harness some peace, because as you're present in the now, you're not thinking about what's happening in your future or the uncertainty that the future will bring, and you're not worried about all the events that happened that have brought you here. So trying to get present is one of the best ways to kind of like stop anxiety in its tracks. And yoga, I know very few things that top yoga. So you get a workout, you get to stretch, you get to kind of like move around and kind of like break the cobwebs of your body while connecting to the breath and releasing anxiety. That's my go-to, number one, especially a 20-minute practice is the perfect time to get kind of like a full body flow in there. And you just make sure you end with a nice shavasana to kind of like let it sink in. And if you are, and I get this all the time, not everybody's a yogi, not everybody likes that passive, if you will, that passive activity. One of my favorite ones is Zumba. Or if not Zumba, put on some music and start dancing. If you're nervous about doing it with other people because you feel like you're not following through or you're not coordinated, put some music on and start dancing. One of the most primal things that human beings like to do is to dance. Dance has been around forever as rituals. So once you tap into that moving meditation of listening to a beat and letting your body move intuitively, it's almost like a yoga practice, except you don't have to worry so much about the breath and there's not so much structure. You're free to move as you can. And that also has proven benefits of releasing endorphins and grounding you. So just make sure you keep it to something that the beat is not too fast where you get too flustered. You want to keep it to a beat that's comfortable, and it's the same movement meditation of connecting and breathing and connecting sound to movement and being present. So those are my two recommendations. For multitasking, you heal your anxiety for at least temporarily. You're able to get a workout in and sweat and bring out the endorphin benefits and interrupt the pattern of the negativity, because if you stay in that loop of negativity, it will increase. You need to get something in there that will kind of like scratch the record like and stop it so that you can kind of refocus.
I love that. I really love that. And I think the very useful thing she said is kind of break the pattern. So when you're feeling that way, right? When you're feeling that way, to go and do something chemically different from your body. Because I do realize at that point, Julie, sometimes it's very hard to work on auto-suggestion.
Correct.
But when you do something mechanical and you break that cycle, it really helps. So thank you
Yes.
so